Okay, so this is the latest prototype with what I did is I replaced the ESP32. So let me just go to the code quickly. I'll publish this on Git, but I need to tidy it up a bit. So up here, what I've done, give me a second, I put some hash defines in. So basically, I got some information from Nick Gammon and other people, and I write up how I connect the thing in. I need to fix one of the matrix boards. It's not quite working right. So now I'm using either a Leonardo or an ESP32. And if I'm using a Leonardo, which I'm not right now, otherwise if I'm using an ESP32, so here we go, we say, okay, we put the pins on these settings. And I got that from the internet somewhere. It seems to work better. You can't just put them in any old pins. And then I put the data pin in 33, 25, 26, which are right next to each other. And I'll show you that in a minute. Then I went to the Bluetooth keyboard stuff. I went to this place to get version 3 as a zip, and then I installed it according to instructions here, which tells you how to install it. You go to the Sketch, include library. Sorry, let me get it in. So Sketch, include library, add zip file, and then you go to your downloads in my case, and there it is there. But I've already done that, so that's not going to work. Anyway, once you got all that, I then tidied the code a bit. So I've got the definition of where the pins are on my output board for the quadrature. The quadrature, I'm going directly into the output board. If I went through the transistor array, it doesn't work. And it took me a while to realize I was being an idiot. Yeah, it won't work. The transistor array is there to decouple the output from the Arduino, or in this case the ESP32, from allowing the Zoom to sink a lot of current, yeah, and it's there to protect it. So we have a quad size of 4. That's all programmed in to act like that's quadrature. The PN, ink, and deck are new ones I added to up or down the specific button press, yeah. And then it's a question of making certain you wire it in correctly. So if we're using ESP32, we begin the keyboard and we walk in the loop. We either see pin 11, which is the tuner mode, so that should toggle the tuner. If we see 0, then at the moment that's the P1 up, 4 is down, 1 is P2, so you see we put P2 high and low in, P3, P4, and then the kinky bit. If we're using the ESP32, if the BLE keyboard's connected, then we send page left, which is page down. I've got this right, I've got the buttons around the wrong way, yeah, so 8 should be 9, 9 should be 8. Doesn't matter at this point. It's just a prototype, yeah. And again, if you see 9, then we send page right. Okay, so actually it's page up is what we send, yeah. And I didn't realize that's how I've set the thing up. So this is the current estimated layout. I can't really show you my foot, but my foot is like that. So it's as if I'm pushing them like this, yeah. And you see we've got the mem, we've got the rhythm, settings, we've got the looper. All of these buttons on the outside are directly connected into the transistor arrays, and they go straight down the wire into the pedal. These ones need a microprocessor, and I'm looking up how to do quadrature without a processor, but that's fine. The tuner goes into the processor and then sends FS1 and 2 together. And depending what mode you're in, it can do different things. And then these are around the wrong way at the minute, but these send the page. So let's have a quick look here. I'll leave you looking at the Zoom and the actual page. So if I push the mem stomp first of all, you see we go into the memory mode, the second memory mode, and back again. I'm going to push the tuner button. In this mode, it will simulate 2 buttons together and turn the tuner on, yep. And then I'll turn it off. Sorry, I just upped that number because I don't like 439. It disturbs me, yeah. Tuner goes back, yeah. Now if we go back into the memory stomp button, just to show you, I'm pushing the button here. Put it like that so you can see both. So in that mode, we're in the mode where we're looking at the specific effect. If we push the tuner button now, it will go into that mode where it jumps to the next category, which I completely forgot about, yeah. So that's rather cool. Now we've got the P1 button. So if I push the P1 button, we get closer, then we should see that that is going up. Yep. P2 down, it goes down. P2 up, P2 down. I don't think P3 is working at the minute. Let's have a look. Yeah, it's a bit of a loose connection. I'll work out why. Let's put the P4 down. There we go. So we've got control over those. Let's come out of that memory setting. Let's go to FX2. Yep, back to FX1, FX3. Yep, FX4, FX5. Yep, let's turn the looper on. No problem. Yep. Let's turn the rhythm on. Yep. Okay. Now we can use the P1 button to change the beats. Yeah, you see that? Let me get it better. It's going up now, so we can change all this with our foot. We can change the count on. We can put the volume up. Yeah. Yep. Volume up, volume down. All this stuff. So that's all rather cool. Of course, you still use the pedal directly if you want to. So let's just prove that. I push that button there. We go back to that. If I push this button, we should go. Oh yeah, I need to edit that. So now I'll be kinkier. Edited. Yes, no. Well, I want to push up one to go to no. There we go. And then I'll use my tuner button there to turn it off. Yeah. Anyway, so let's go left with that one. It's working. Let's go right with that one. Yeah. I can push F1, I can push that. So none of these are affected. I can make that go up and down. Let's make certain that 3 works. Yeah, 3 is working there. It's just a loose wire or something, or in my matrix. I'm going to make a better matrix, yeah. I moved it out by 1 pin. I was a bit upset by that. Okay, so now the kinkiest bit. Here's my little song. If I push that little button, it changes the song. So I'll just show you. If I push that one, I got it round the wrong way. That's software, yeah, but here we go. It will move, it won't move. Let's come up a bit more like that so you can see it, yeah. Yeah, that's got to the end, and that goes that way. Hey, that's going the right way, actually. I don't understand. Oh, no, it isn't. There you are. That's going to the beginning. That's going next. So my plan would be, I don't know if I'll put the song left and right and the page left and right, or if I'll put the song left, page right, song right. But that's working with Mobile Sheets 3. And the only thing I had to do... Anyway, it doesn't matter. The point is you can set the mobile sheets up to do what you want. Yeah, so that's it. I'm quite pleased with this now. Oh, let's look underneath the covers. So the ESP32 is much quicker. It's also much smaller. So let's move this around a second. So it's a bit of a mess, but we've just got the wires coming in. These are just momentary switches going into the array under there. There's a slight loose wire. I've got to debug that. I'm going to make that again. The output board's working beautifully. We take the first 11 outputs directly into this here, which is the transistor array board, and you see the P1 to 4 are coming directly from the ribbon cable and into they're coming from the extension of the pedal and going straight into the board here at the end. This is taking 3 control wires and they are going into the ESP32 board. So like this. So the ESP32 board takes the 3 wires here. The blue is the data and then the different clocks, and that's going into those pins there, which is what, 33, 25, 26. And then on the internet they suggest you use these 8 cables here for the row column. And various pins, you can't use them at boot up because they have to go, well, if you ever connect anything that interferes with the pin, you can't boot the system. Yeah, in this case they're not interfering. So we've got what, 8 plus 3, 11 control wires. The Bluetooth's all working nicely. Again, the Bluetooth is coming directly from the processor, and it's making use of the additional 16 inputs that we put from the 8. Yeah, so again, if we see one of these buttons pressed, and I'll get it around the right way, yeah, then we can decide to send whatever the hell we like as a key. And then you just pair this ESP. Oh yeah, I called it. You get a limited number of names to call it. Yeah, you can call it what you like. Yeah. So where is the ESP? Yeah, I've written up the stuff there where it all goes. Where is the name? There there, zoom page turner. So you don't get all of that space there. Yeah, I think I called it zoom page turner and I got zoom page turnee. So anyway, that means that that's what it shows up as. For some reason it doesn't show up as a keyboard, it shows up a gamepad, but I'm okay with that. Anyway, I'm quite excited by this. This is working quite nicely. I think it's next week try and make it better, as in a better fit, and I can start to turn this into a real product. Anyone can download it and use it. Cheers then, bye bye.